Hello, ninja lovers, and welcome to another episode of Nothing That You've Seen Before. This is going to be essentially the TMI 50 questions that both Sophie and Deadman have done before. Their links will be down below in the description if you want to see their videos on what they answered. So, I'm just going to go down the list 1 through 50 and tell you the answers. So, number 1 is, what are you wearing? Well, I'm wearing a black long sleeve shirt over a black t-shirt, black pants over black pants, black socks, and glasses. I'm wearing double of each, pretty much, except for socks, because it's usually cold enough that I need to double up. So, yeah, there's that. 2. Ever been in love? Yes. I met a girl online back in... it started in middle school, and I met her over a website called Neopets, which was basically you raised little virtual pets and played games and stuff like that. And we had made a guild, or not we had made a guild. She had acquired the leadership role of a guild, and I got invited to the guild at one point. I wanted to join it. Eventually, I rose through the ranks to be up in the leadership echelon, and we met, hung out a bit, and liked each other. And we started dating, I believe, when I started high school. She was, I think, a year and a half younger than me, and it lasted all through high school and about a year into college. Which leads into number 3, ever had a terrible breakup? Yes. It was that first year into college that me and her broke up, and did not go down well at all. It scarred me quite a bit, made me who I am today, most certainly, in that I didn't want to be hurt again. So I put emotion aside and started really looking at logic for the answers to everything. But yeah, that's TMI, right? That's exactly what this is for. Number 4, how tall am I? The last time that I was scaled, about a year-ish ago, I was 5 foot 7 1/4 inches tall. So I about between 5'7" and 5'8", basically. And I weigh, number 5, how much do you weigh? I weigh between 110 and 115 pounds, which I do not know the conversion for anything else, so if you don't know what pounds are, well, sucks for you. I've always been skinny for my height and age group, apparently. And it's never really been a problem, though. I can eat basically whatever I want whenever I want, and never get affected by it in terms of my weight, because I have a very high metabolism. But it hasn't ever gotten to the point where I'm sick because I'm so skinny, so I'm not anorexic or anything. Number 6, any tattoos? No, I do not have any tattoos, nor do I ever have plans to get one. Just because while they may look cool, I know that eventually down the line they won't be cool. So, yeah, that happened. That won't happen. Anyway. 7, any piercings? No, I do not have any piercings either, and I probably won't get any piercings. Number 8, OTP means one true pair, and that is basically your favorite couple in terms of a fandom. And I'm going to have to say that Richard Castle and Kate Beckett from the TV show Castle is my one true pair, because they work great together and it's hilarious. Which leads into the next question, 9, favorite show, which is Castle. Duh. But there are a lot of TV shows that come in a very, very close second to that. Among them, Walking Dead, True Blood, stuff like that. It's just, there's so many good things that are out nowadays. And I think the only other thing that can hold a candle to Castle in terms of battling for the number 1 spot is Firefly. And they both have Nathan Fillion, and so, yeah, it's just, they're great. Those are the greats for me. Number 10, favorite bands. I do not have any particular bands that are my favorite. They change and evolve with my mood and like what I'm into at the time, and so they change so frequently that I don't really have a specific favorite band or any bands that are particularly like constantly in number one. It's just kind of all around everything. Number 11, something I miss. Um, I miss companionship because I live alone, and not social companionship because I talk to Deadman and Casey like all the time on TeamSpeak, um, but physical companionship, hanging out with people. I don't do a whole lot of that because I spend a lot of time on the computer, and I don't really have a lot of friends outside of being online. So basically, being around people is only during work when I'm working, and well, when there's like a special occasion, like visiting my blood family or like birthday parties, holidays, stuff like that. That's the really only the time that I get to go out and spend time with other people. Number 12, my favorite song. Currently, the Game of Thrones theme song because it is awesome. It could go great in like friggin' anything. Um, it's just awesome. So there's that. um, Number 13, how old am I? I turned 25 2 days ago on November 29th. And so I'm a quarter of a century old. Uh, it, it's funny because people always say, "Oh, you're a year older. How do you feel?" It's not really that. You're a day older, but it's been a year since your last birthday, and I don't think it really changes much of anything because it changes so slow over that year that it seems normal to you by the time you have a birthday. So I'm 25, and nothing really has changed for the in the long run, basically. Because I was born November 29th, 1988, I am a Sagittarius, which is the answer to number 14. What is my zodiac sign? I am what is it? The Centaur Archer. So I don't know anything that's like based around that. The like mood or zodiac star sign information stuff. I don't know that. Um, 15, quality you look for in a partner, loyalty. And I don't just mean like dedication to your partner in a relationship, like going steady, basically. That's not what I mean by loyalty. I mean like everything they do in the relationship, they have to take it really seriously. Um, they can't like make a joke out of it or think that something that they do is meaningless or so on and so forth. Like gift giving, while it might be important to them, um, or while it might not be important to them, it would be important in terms of the relationship, and they'd need to understand that and stuff like that. So there's that quality. 16, my favorite quote is, "You cannot truly be yourself until you are willing to risk rejection." And that holds especially true for people who view themselves as weird because they'll always have that looming over their head that other people are perceiving them in a certain way and they're going to change their behavior because of that. And the quote, "You cannot truly be yourself until you're willing to risk rejection," basically means that if you don't if you're not willing to risk rejection, you're always going to try to change yourself for other people. And if you are willing to risk rejection, then you can be yourself, and it won't matter whether people reject you or discount who you are or what you think because of who you are, because it won't matter to you. My favorite actor is Nathan Fillion, played in Firefly and Castle. He's amazing, very talented actor, and he does really well in a comedy aspect and part, so I love it. My favorite color is black. I entered this like stage in my teens where I just started wearing all black, dyed my hair black, and people believed that it was a phase, like an emo or gothic phase. and it never went away. And it doesn't have anything to do with being emo or gothic. It's just that I like the color black and prefer it over anything else. So I continue to wear all black, and the only color that I have in my wardrobe is from logos or stuff that's on shirts that I'm wearing or pants that I'm wearing or something. That's the only place that it is. As for the next question, let's find it. 19, loud music or soft music? That depends on the type of music and my mood. I like sometimes for there to be like background music, just like when I'm talking or not talking or like doing something playing a game. I like background music sometimes in that if there's no music in the game. If I'm in a bad mood and I'm blasting Linkin Park, it better be loud because that's the only way that it really works. So there's that. 20. Where do I go when I'm sad? I don't know. I haven't really been sad a whole lot since first year of college. I guess if I was really sad or something, I'd probably go to bed just so that I could forget about it. 21. How long does it take you to shower? Generally, it takes me between 15 and 25 minutes to take a shower, depending on how much I want to lather up my body and scrub myself down. If I don't really care, I can make it really quick. But usually, I stay in mostly for just the heat of the water. So it's good. I like hot showers and stuff. 22. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? Usually it takes me no time at all. If the alarm goes off, I can get out of bed, put my shoes on, and go. After I take a shower, I put my clothes on. I don't bother changing into like pajamas or something. I can just go to bed in my clothes, get up in the morning, and do whatever I need to do. If I do have time when I wake up, then I'll take a shower then and change my clothes then, but otherwise it's not really a big deal to me. Oh god, I lost my place again. Let's see. Okay, 23. Ever been in a physical fight? No, I've actually never been in a physical confrontation with anybody. I haven't fought anybody. Really, I just avoid confrontation altogether because I know it would hurt me. I would not win, so I stay away from it as much as I can. 24. Turn-ons, or turn-on. Tall and fit chicks is my thing. So if they're taller than 5'7" and they're athletic, they can wrap me around their finger with no trouble at all, even though they don't know I exist. 25, my turn off is rejection. I can never truly be myself because I do fear rejection. I know that people perceive me a certain way, and I react to that by changing how I present myself to them. Some people, I don't care what they think of me. I'm honest and open with them, but a lot of the times with just strangers or even people I know fairly well, I will conform to what they think just because I don't want them judging me. So if rejection is part of the equation, it is a turn off. 26, the reason I joined YouTube. The original reason I joined YouTube was to make tutorial videos for redstone stuff from Minecraft, which eventually evolved into me making an actual channel for gaming, specifically gaming. So I guess that's where that happened. The reason I joined YouTube was for redstone tutorials, and then that changed. 27, fears. I have a deep anxiety of death. If I start thinking about death or what happens after death, because I believe it's just a void where there's no sight, sound, anything, and I'm going to sleep and I think about that, I cannot get to sleep. I literally start having a panic attack. And so that's been there for a while. I usually just try to think of other things or not think at all. It's difficult once it's been thought up, but afterwards slowly diminishes, and then I can get to sleep and stuff like that. Usually when I think about it in my day-to-day life, it doesn't really affect me that much because I'm not like alone in silence, like with that hanging over me. I'm also afraid of creepy crawlies, stuff like spiders and bugs, but I've actually become better at it because I've been having a lot of bugs in my apartment that I've had to squash. Um, Otherwise, they'll eat my food. I mean, still, if I see a spider, I'll try to get somebody else to do it, and if there's no one else to do it, I'll do it myself. But I don't like them that much. Irrational, I know, but what can I say? 28. The last thing that made me cry. Um, I guess the breakup with my girlfriend in college was the last thing that made me cry. I After that, I really just kind of shredded emotion. I don't, because crying is something like that I associate with sadness and stuff, and I don't know. It's just I find it useless, so I usually don't cry. So there's that. 29. The last time I said I love somebody was the same girlfriend in college before our breakup. I'm not sure exactly when because it was a long time ago. I don't remember. But that was the last time that I said that I love somebody. 30. The meaning behind my YouTube name. Well, MC Cythera is an offshoot of Cythera, which is an offshoot of Cytherus, which was the first role-playing character that I had created to use in an MSN group's role-playing group. And the Cythera is the female equivalent of that I came up with years later. And the MC in front of that stands for Minecraft because I made it back when I was doing a lot of Minecraft stuff. So that stuck. 31, the last book that I read. The last book I read was probably January or February of this year when I read one of Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time books. That is my favorite series and the only books that I've really ever read other than for school. I can't remember which book it was. It was probably like book 11 or 12 or something like that. And 32, the book I'm currently reading, is none. I'm not reading any books at all. 33, the last show that I watched was The Big Bang Theory, season 7, episode 9, if I remember correctly. 34, the last person I talked to, Dead Man and Casey on TeamSpeak, because we talk pretty much every day. And I was talking to them right before this. 35, the relationship between me and the person that I last texted. I believe the last person that I sent a text to was an old family friend from the church where my dad used to preach when I was little. And we have lunch together on Thursdays after we reconnected, and we talk about stuff that's going on in our lives and just hang out and have fun and stuff like that. 36, my favorite food is pizza, without a doubt. Just like Red Baron pizza that you can get at the supermarket and then put in the oven for 18 to 20 minutes, and there you have pizza. 37, place that I want to visit. I would really like to visit Dead Man and Casey at some point. Other than that, I don't really have any travel plans or places that I'd really like to go more than just being here on my computer. So there you go. There's that one. 38, the last place I was, here at my apartment, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand that question a lot. 39, do I have a crush? Yes, I do. I do have a crush. I'm not going to say who because that would make it awkward. Nor will I probably ever bring it up to them. Just because it's complicated. Relationships are complicated. A relationship with the person I have a crush on would be complicated, and there's just too much that could go wrong, or not at all. And like I said, I don't like rejection, so I'm not even going to try. Now, see, the funny thing is that if they messaged me directly after this and is like, was it me? I'd probably respond back honestly and be like yes or no, depending on the person. But if it was my crush that messaged me and said, was it me? Were you talking about me? I'd be surprised because they probably have absolutely no idea. Um, but yeah, I'd respond yeah to that. TMI again, of course. Um, 40, the last time I kissed somebody was my girlfriend. Whenever she visited me before the breakup, um, we kissed then a lot. 41, the last time I was insulted was by my mom on a drive home from visiting my sister um, in Massachusetts. And she essentially. The insult was that she said that what I was telling her about a specific thing that she didn't know was BS because I didn't know. And I was like, well, that's kind of obvious because it's based on my perception and perspective and knowledge of the thing. And yes, I don't know much about it, but I'm going to give you my perception and perspective on it because maybe that'll help you understand it more. And it insulted me. And so that got taken care of during the ride as well. We hashed it out and it worked. So, uh, the 42, my favorite flavor of sweet is Hershey's chocolate. And not dark chocolate, just regular chocolate. It's delicious. I love it. It's wonderful. 43, what instruments do I play? I do not currently play anything, but I did used to play violin in elementary, middle school, and high school. I dropped it about halfway through high school and never picked it up again after that. Even though I probably still have it somewhere, or my parents probably have it somewhere. 44, my favorite piece of jewelry. I do not actually have any jewelry, so apparently my favorite piece is none, so or not applicable. 45, the last sport I played was soccer in middle school. I joined the soccer team and the track team during middle school, but the last sport that I played was soccer, a very long time ago. The last song that I sang was Extraterrestrial by Katy Perry because I was listening to that. I was singing the chorus and I was wondering, I wonder which song that's from. So I looked it up and found that out. 47, my favorite pickup line would probably have to be, I seem to have lost my phone number. Can I have yours? It's clever, and I don't know. It's funny. 48, have I ever used it? No, I've never used any pickup lines on anybody. It's just, I've had two relationships in my past. One was before the girl from high school and college when I was at a camp during middle school over the summer. And we just clicked, and then we just clicked on Neopets, and so I've never used a pickup line, and nor will I probably ever use a pickup line. So, yeah. 49, the last time I hung out with anyone. I hung out with my family last night, like, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours ago or something, because that was my birthday party on the 30th. So I got to spend a lot of time with them and stuff. 50, who should answer these questions next? I think everybody should answer these questions next because it's great. Yes, it's too much information, probably stuff you'd never know otherwise if you didn't see their video, but what can I say? It's just fun. And if you don't want to share anything, you don't have to, or you can lie. It doesn't matter. But I think that like stuff like this can help you to recognize some things about yourself as well that maybe you hadn't thought of, or I don't know. It's just they're not necessarily hard questions, but they're good things to know, I guess. So everybody. So it's been 24 minutes, so I'm going to leave you with that and say thank you for watching this video. If you've watched it to the end at this point, you know that I've thanked you. I'll post all the information, Sophie's video, Deadman's video, down below in the description, as well as a list of all the questions, and you can do it with it what you will. So have a nice day, week, month, whatever, and I'll see you when I see you. Have a good one. Hope this TMI video wasn't TMI, even though it probably was.